Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dr. Julio Novoa. I'm about to see patients, but I needed to go over a few things. Number one, they'll probably be notified today of community spread of the coronavirus, and that means that pretty much you should manage your care as if everyone had coronavirus. So if you're out and about, make sure you continue with the 6-foot distance, as well as communicating with everyone else as if they had the particular virus. And as I've always been telling you, these things are getting much more serious. But I needed to vent for a few minutes, and so this is what my main thing is. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. But of course, you know that we've been following this since January, and we've been warning everybody since January, and a lot of people have not been taking this thing very seriously. Let's just put that in a little context. Hundreds of thousands of epidemiologists and infectious disease doctors have been telling the world of how serious this situation Yet the armchair epidemiologist and the guys that didn't even pass a biology class are the ones that a lot of people are listening to as far as how to manage their care. Like it's not a big deal. Like they know more than the experts do. All of these conspiracy theorists and everybody else that claims that they know better, gargle with garlic and all this other. And frankly, these people are hurting people. These are the people that you wouldn't even lend money to, and yet you're listening to them as if they're experts in this particular field. They're not. Stop listening to them. I've got people that are arguing that this is a political ploy to make the president look bad. The president's looking bad because he has done things that he was irresponsible over, but that's a separate subject, okay? If you're going to follow the experts, the epidemiologists and infectious disease doctors have all been on the same page, all right? Self-isolate, self-quarantine, do the 6-foot rule, or treat everyone as if they have coronavirus. It doesn't matter if you've got a mask and you're wearing it, if you go to church and you're not wearing it, okay? It doesn't matter if you're out and about at Walmart and trying to protect yourself, but then you go to some block party and are not protecting yourself. Okay, these are the people that are infecting other people. That's how the virus is getting around. If you don't believe how serious this is, the virus is twice as easy to catch as the seasonal flu and 10 to 20 times more lethal than a seasonal flu. And the only reason we're not seeing hundreds of thousands of people die yet is because it hasn't reached its peak yet, all right? So when you're talking about the seasonal flu, you're talking about something that happens in a year period of time. This has only been going on for 3 months, and yet you can see how serious it is. It's basically closed down the world, okay? And the only people that are really thinking that it's not serious are people that you wouldn't trust to babysit your dog, but you're trusting them to give you accurate information. Stop doing that, please. Now, with that said, we're supposed to have some responsibility. Newscasters are supposed to have some responsibility for what they're saying, okay? And this is why I'm going off today, all right? I was notified on Saturday evening at 8:30 from Las Palmas Hospital that a resident physician had tested positive for coronavirus and that they were activating the hospital protocols, which were appropriate, to be able to protect those people that were at the hospital and to try to figure out exactly how widespread this was. Okay, was there any news about this Saturday night on the newscasting? Well, all the stations here in El Paso? Absolutely not. Was there anything on Sunday? Absolutely not. I've checked the websites right now. Okay, there's still nothing on. Right now, somewhere 6 hours out from Las Palmas notifying that a resident physician was positive for coronavirus, something that they were supposed to do and something they were responsible about, and yet our newscasters have not said anything about it. What's up with you guys? Okay, you're constantly talking about the news, the news, the news, the news. This is important, okay? The health department hasn't notified us yet, all right? So hopefully they will say something about it today. Now, I'm not dogging and I'm not in any way saying anything is wrong at Las Palmas, because this will eventually hit every hospital. So to say that Las Palmas is something wrong with Las Palmas, no. You have to be aware of what's going on there. But the fact of the matter is who we depend on are the newscasting stations here in El Paso, and they've not done their job. To say the least, they haven't done their job. Okay, if you're going to anchor down at your house, fine. Then claim that you don't know what's going on and stop claiming you're newscasters, okay? But if you are newscasters, you should have known about this on Saturday night. You should have said something about it on Sunday morning, and yet there's still nothing on the news about this. So, nevertheless, that's what I'm talking about. Please start behaving as if everyone has the virus. Don't go to public forums any longer. Do it online. And if you're religious, Jesus and God will understand if you don't go to church over this. I'm sorry to say that that's how bad it's gotten, okay? You cannot be in large forums and think that you're not going to be contagious to someone, all right? You're going to end up hurting someone because you're focusing in and not following the rules, the recommendations, what the experts are telling you to do, all right? I saw a video about a woman who had coronavirus, and she was in the hospital, and she was pregnant, all right? And there's a lot of pregnant patients that are worried about this. We have started to see that, yes, maybe it will affect a pregnancy, but as of yet, no. We're still saying that it doesn't affect a pregnancy. But this particular lady was in the hospital, and she had at least 2 to 3 inch long nails. Ladies, okay, I'm not wearing my rings anymore. I'm not wearing a watch anymore. Because why? Because we're supposed to be treating this as it's a contaminant. And therefore, when we wash our hands, we're treating it like it's a surgical case. That means no more rings, no more watches, no more bracelets, no more nails, no more fake nails. Ladies, take off those 6-inch or 3-inch spike nails. You cannot wash your hands well enough to keep them on any longer, especially with this infection. So do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, take off the nails, okay? Take them off until this is finally said and done. All of this is said and done. Apparently, we're going to go to even more stringent quarantine, and maybe we should. But it's your responsibility to make a change. It's your responsibility to protect your family. So start following the rules. Start following the recommendations. You're not the experts, but the experts are telling you what's going on. There's only so much we can do. We're not going to go to martial law. But what's going to happen, because you're not following the rules, is people are going to end up getting hurt and dying from your irresponsibility if you're not following the rules. Thank you for letting me vent. As you all know, we're constantly posting things that are correct and factual on on my Facebook page. And I'm not an elected official, so I don't have to balance economics versus what's actually medically sound. Okay, the president has to do it, all the Congress has to do it, even our local officials have to do it. But I don't. I'm a medical physician. I am a physician, a surgeon, and I'm telling you from a medical standpoint what you need to do. Now, there has been a delay all over the United States. We should have quarantined 3 weeks ago. We didn't do that. So now we're going to see what happens. But the fact of the matter is that we're giving you sound information, correct information, not conspiracy theories, not all of this crazy stuff that you're reading on Facebook or on the internet or on YouTube from people that got their PhDs at a Cracker Jack box, okay? We're telling you the truth, and I don't have a separate agenda. I'm telling you from a medical standpoint what you need to do, and our elected officials are trying to balance economics and trying to avoid riots, and I can appreciate that. But if you want the facts straight, I'm going to give it to you straight. And I'm very disappointed in our news broadcasters of all the stations here in El Paso for not having brought this information to you sooner. And I hope it does help you out. But again, Las Palmas is a great hospital, but it's not going to be the last hospital that's going to have to deal with this. So please be responsible and listen up to what we're telling you. And I don't know if it's going to take 3 or 4 days for the newscasters to say something about this. I hope not. Okay, it's been 36 hours. Get on them and ask them to give you the real story. I hope this helps out. Wish you the best. We're still seeing patients. We're still screening patients. I would rather see my patients here in my office rather than go to any of the hospitals. That's what we're trying to do for you. And I know everybody's concerned about that, but that's what we need to do as doctors and the medical profession, and that's what we're doing for you. So, shout out. God bless everybody. Be safe. Self-quarantine, and stop going to these forums, these forums where people are just not even protecting themselves. You're going to pass the virus on faster, and you're going to end up hurting yourself, your families, your children, your parents, your grandparents, people that you love, and even people that you don't even know. I hope this helps out. Thank you for letting me vent.